Live and local from Fox 7, this is Good Day Austin.
Right now at 8 o'clock, police are trying to put a stop to a life-threatening habit on Austin roads. Nick Spinetto has a live report.
Plus, a man accused of burglarizing 40 businesses in Austin is now behind bars. We'll let you know how police tracked him down.
And with Iowa behind them, all the candidates have their sights set on New Hampshire. Who's falling and who's rising in the Granite State? That story coming up.
8 o'clock on your Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I don't suppose anyone just was feeling it on Sunday when it was 86 degrees and tried to plant something. We know on the last day of January, we know better. But some of those green thumb guys, which I can't relate to, they may have been tempted.
Yeah, because the next couple of nights, you're going to have to cover up those flowers because freezing weather making a comeback here in Central Texas. The chill is back today, but what a spring-like preview the last 6 days with highs way above average, 70s, 80s. Yeah, our bodies are going to be in shock when you step outside this morning. Good blend of 30s, 40s, a little bit cooler than 24 hours ago. And then you factor in the wind out of the north. Oh, yeah, wind chills in the 20s and 30s. At least the sun will be out in full force today. It's going to be a pretty February day, and it's going to feel like it with highs reaching the 50s. And this is just the start of the latest cold snap. There's a couple more waves of chill heading this way. We'll see how long it's going to last. Will it linger going into the weekend? I'll have that answer for you coming up very shortly. Right now, let's see what's happening on the roadways on this Wednesday morning with Randy Taylor. Hey, Randy.
Hey there, Zach. Unfortunately, our rush hour delays aren't going anywhere anytime soon, so you're still looking at about a 40-minute drive if you're about to head out your door and travel southbound on 35. That's going to be between the toll road and Riverside. Now, on the other side, if you're going to be traveling northbound on 35, be on the lookout for the accident that we have at Onion Creek Parkway. This has traffic thick all the way back from FM 1327, so you are going to see about 5-minute delays in that area. I'm Randy Taylor, Fox 7 Traffic.
This morning, the clock is ticking to end a dangerous habit here on Austin roads. Special cameras are now on Austin ISD school buses to catch drivers who deliberately pass the stop arm. The warning period ends on Friday. Fox 76 Meadow is live in South Austin with more. Morning, Nick.
Hi, good morning to you, Dave. And you know, since this warning period started on January 8th, these special cameras attached to the stop arm on school buses has recorded 306 violations. That's an average of 18 violations a school day. The camera system starts recording when the school bus stop arm is activated. Now, the purpose here is to catch people who pass the stop sign on school buses, which is illegal. Starting Monday, when the grace period is over, you could be fined up to $500 if you're caught by a police officer. Right now, 75 school buses with AISD have this special camera equipment, but the plan is to install cameras on 300 school buses to catch as many violators as possible. Both parents and the school district say this boils down to the safety of their kids.
No excuse.
Yeah, no excuse. Just like I said, in this day and age, how can somebody do that knowing that they could be stopped or they could be watched? I mean, just so inconsiderate for children.
As we start to gather data from these stop arm cameras and we start to determine what our hot spots are, we'll start putting officers out there to watch those bus stops in those areas where we get constant violations.
Now, staff members with AISD police have spent the last few days training on this new camera equipment, which should be added on more school buses next week. Back to you.
All right, Nick, thank you very much.
More than 26,000 signatures submitted to the city by Ride-Sharing Works for Austin are valid. Now, council either has to adopt the ordinance former Mayor Lee Leffingwell's council put into place with a few tweaks here and there, or put the issue on the May 7th ballot. During yesterday's city council work session, Mayor Steve Adler told his colleagues he doesn't like having only two options. If council decides to put the ordinance on the ballot, Adler proposed having some sort of backup just in case the voters say no to the Leffingwell rules. It wouldn't make fingerprinting a requirement and would pave the way for what the mayor calls innovation, like his Thumbs Up Austin idea that incentivizes drivers to get fingerprinted instead of forcing it. If council decides to put the item on the ballot, Adler says it'll cost between $500,000 and $800,000. City council will hear public testimony on this issue in a week.
Austin police have arrested a man they say burglarized 40 businesses in just a month. Police say 49-year-old David Keene would remove the weather stripping surrounding large glass window panes, then take out the entire window. That allowed him to steal cash and property. Keene was arrested in 2014 for 5 of the 40 burglaries. Now police have enough evidence to charge him with the rest. The owner of the finance company Bravo Capital is happy he's finally been caught.
I was really thankful that they took the time to put together a solid case, a comprehensive case to address this issue and not have it be something sort of skimmed over in the judicial system, that this guy gets some treatment and get some real help so that it doesn't happen again.
Keene left his fingerprints on the glass in at least 14 of these cases, and that helped police identify him and track him down. He's now charged with burglary of a building, which is a state jail felony.
And breaking right now, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul says he's ending his bid for the Republican nomination for president. Meanwhile, the campaign trail will be crowded in New Hampshire with presidential candidates trying to steal some momentum from Ted Cruz and Hillary Clinton. And there will be plenty of chances with town halls all over the state, giving voters there a chance to make themselves heard. Fox's Garrett Tenney has more from Washington.
With Iowa in the rearview mirror, it's all hands on deck in New Hampshire, where the future of several Republican campaigns is on the line. He may have barely finished second in Iowa, but Democratic Senator and self-proclaimed socialist Bernie Sanders is in command in New Hampshire, where he's changing his tone and drawing sharper contrast with Hillary Clinton, questioning whether she is a true progressive.
Some days, yes, except when she announces that she is proud moderate.
Despite being a distant second in recent New Hampshire polls, Clinton is arguing she's the practical choice for true Democrats.
Ask yourselves, does this just sound good on paper, or can this get done?
Ted has shown a propensity to be willing to say or do just about anything to gain a vote.
On the Republican side, Florida Senator Marco Rubio took his unexpectedly strong third-place finish showing in Iowa and immediately set his sights on caucus winner Ted Cruz, who is now trying to convince voters in the other 49 states that he isn't a one-state wonder like previous caucus winners.
We ended December 31st with almost more money in the bank than Jeb Bush plus Marco Rubio plus John Kasich plus Chris Christie all combined together.
Another candidate who doesn't seem to have money problems, Donald Trump, landed in New Hampshire and landed an endorsement from former Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown.
Scott Brown, for him to come up and call and say, I love what you're doing, I love where you're going, he loves this area and he loves you people, for him to endorse me is a very important thing.
Trump is dominating the polls in New Hampshire, and behind him, it's essentially a four-way tie between Cruz, Jeb Bush, John Kasich, and Marco Rubio. Granite State voters are known for not making up their minds until the last minute, though. So with 6 days and another debate to go, a lot can still change. In Washington, I'm Garrett Tenney, Fox News.
All right, coming up, we're marking American Heart Month.
Tanya Ortega is going to have a live report for us on ways we can get heart healthy.
Winter is back in the wake of the latest front that rolled in last night, keeping the sunny streak alive, but get ready for some freezing nights, chilly afternoons. And what about our rain chances for the weekend? Have they dropped or gone up even more? Find out with that 7-day forecast coming up next.